scientific journals, which I have, to prove that whatever Bayer International or Bayer East Africa is selling in Kenya markets as carcinogenic elements which are causing cancer in the Republic of Kenya. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Dr. Mutunga and the member who filed the question. The Deputy Speaker brought a motion to this House, a petition rather, on the same issue. Mutunga, has it come to your committee? No, it goes to the Public Petitions Committee, alleging exactly the same things. I would advise on the Boruku that you go and prosecute your issue before the Committee on Public Petitions, so that when the outcome comes to the House, then you can further debate, and if you agree with the findings, whatever they will be, then we can follow up with implementation. Yes, Deputy Speaker. Give the Deputy Speaker. Yes.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. I think on this issue of the petition on pesticide that I had placed, it was processed through the committee, and then the implementation has not been done. So we have on many occasions asked the chairperson, Honorable Wanjala, to follow up on it. So it's the Committee on Implementation are the ones who have failed to act. Thank you.
Is Raphael Wanjala in the House? Majority Leader Owen, can you bring it to the attention? Let me hear Bukose first.
Honorable Speaker, I had actually put on a point of order when I had the response from the Chair of Agriculture. And he did not go into mentioning issues about carcinogenic, because in many of the articles that have been written, lymphomas are said to be developed within 2 years of exposure of high doses of Roundup, which is a glycophosphate. Therefore, I think it would have been important if I think the person who gave him the response did not do proper research, and I would have said that that response was actually unsatisfactory, because it seems to be business-oriented or business-driven, and is not addressing the health issues as pertains to the issue which was raised by the member from Mbeere North. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And I think we need a I know as much as Honorable Wanjala should be able to respond about implementation, but I think this House needs a better response in terms of, because Kenyans continue on daily basis being exposed to this Roundup. And if we don't address it, then as a House, we'll actually be failing our responsibilities.
Rachel Nyamai.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity to also make a comment on this matter. Honorable Speaker, I have listened to your deputy, the Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Boss, talking about this matter of agricultural chemicals causing cancer. And I've also listened to the response that has been brought by the Chair Agriculture. And also the kindness of the member from Mbeere, the Honorable Ruku, who almost said that he was not satisfied because he says that he would like to engage further. So, Honorable Speaker, I would like also to appeal to you that this matter of using agricultural products that are causing cancer to be handled with the urgency that it deserves. So I am raising, Honorable Speaker, to say that this is a matter that we cannot wait anymore. Our people are suffering and we cannot wait any longer, Honorable Speaker. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Honorable Rindikiri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Cancer in male is a very serious killer. Mr. Speaker, we are an agricultural community, and the level of chemicals used in the sector, particularly on the potato growing area, is very high. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Health should be in the forefront in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture in determining the kind of chemicals that are applied in our farms. Mr. Speaker, you realize this is not only causing cancer, it's also causing other illness within our community, like where I come from, Bori. Mr. Speaker, where there is very high usage of Roundup, Mr. Speaker, there is a very high level of miscarriage by our mothers. Mr. Speaker, as I said, the level of prevalence of cancer, particularly associated with throat cancer. Mr. Speaker, all what Mr. Loko has said is that these chemicals, by Bayer Chemicals, Mr. Speaker, should be banned from the market. Mr. Speaker, I join those who are advocating for the banning of those chemicals, and I ask that the Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of Health to move with speed so that they determine the magnitude of this problem. I therefore, Mr. Speaker, support this and request that action be taken. Thank you.
Chairman of the committee, Dr. Mutunga.
Thank you.
The Deputy Speaker has something to say first.
Okay.
Take your seat. Yes, the Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm sorry that I have taken a second bite at this topic, but it's something that's very dear to my heart. I think the issue of pesticides, or even Roundup, as he says, is a big problem in the country. It is known by all levels of government, the challenge. There has been a document called the Pesticide Atlas that was developed by 20 scientists from the University of Nairobi. It has been confirmed that 267 pesticides that are banned in Europe and America are in use in Kenya. The Pest Products Control Board is the one that is supposed to make the list of approved pesticides. Those banned pesticides are still on our list. So the offenders here now are the Pest Products Control Board members. I have written a petition requesting for their removal from office to the Agriculture Minister because they have failed and endangered Kenyans' lives. Also, some of those products, like you said, Roundup. In fact, Roundup is no longer called Roundup. Roundup is now still being sold with the same ingredients, but with a different trade name in Kenya as we speak. In fact, the biggest case that was in the United States, the courts there awarded a farmer who had developed cancer as a result of using Roundup, and he was paid $250 million 20 years ago. That is how seriously it is taken in the US. Unfortunately for us, the United States under Doe companies and Bayer under Europe are allowed by their countries to manufacture the pesticides, but not for use in their country, but for export to a country that is careless and foolish enough to admit them. And Kenya is one of those countries. So the failure here, and that is why when I asked Honorable Wanjala why he has not acted on my petition as recommended by the Health Committee, because the resolution on my petition by the Health Committee said that the Pest Products Control Board should take measures to remove the products from the market. They have failed to do so. So the Implementation Committee should actually summon the Pest Products Control Board. They should summon the Minister of Agriculture. But the issue here is the people who are being fought, the agrochemical companies, are extremely powerful. During the time when I was rallying the country against these products, I was threatened with death. So it is big money. And if we don't act as parliament, we continue to kill our people. because it is confirmed that they cause cancer and other non-communicable diseases. And when you talk to the pest, I did visit the Pest Products Control Board. I went to their offices and begged them and told them, please remove these products off the market. What they said to me is that they need to do more research. And I asked them that you do not require to do extra research, because when something has already been put in a peer-reviewed medical journal, it is a notice to all doctors across the world. Similarly, and I gave them the example of certain cough syrups were said to cause chest problems for children. The Pharmaceutical Board of Kenya did not do another research. They simply stopped dispensing that medicine. Similarly, when certain hormone replacement therapies were found to cause cervical cancer and breast cancer on women, the gynecologists of Kenya stopped prescribing it. They did not do more research. So I beg the members of parliament to take this more seriously, because in as much as we are trying to invest in cancer treatment, we are also allowing the cancer to come in. And these countries have us where they want. They sell us the cancer-causing pesticides, and then they sell us the cancer drugs to treat our people and the equipment for treating them. So it is actually Parliament that has failed the people of Kenya. The Minister of Agriculture has failed the people of Kenya. And I have informed him, the former minister. I have also the Pest Products Control Board are the biggest criminals in this. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and Parliament must set up on this issue.
Yes, Ruku.
Mr. Speaker, this House has failed the people.
Order, members. Order. Members on their feet, take your seats. You can engage while seated. You don't have to. Take your seats and lower the conversation levels. Ruku?
Mr. Speaker, when I read the statement, I was almost crying. To the extent which
that is not what you say. That's not what you said a few minutes ago.
Yes.
But go on.
I want to echo what Deputy Speaker said, Mr. Speaker, that the Minister of Agriculture has failed totally to take that request for statement seriously. And I want to beseech you, Mr. Speaker, to use the powers of this seat to ensure the Minister of Agriculture and all the bodies who are responsible as far as the pesticide control is concerned in the Republic of Kenya, to ensure that Kenyans will not continue suffering when we have institutions which are supposed to take care of them, that via East Africa may be stopped with immediate effect the sale of Roundup and any other chemical or pesticide which is causing cancer to the majority of the people who are in farming, whether in potatoes, whether in coffee, whether in tea, whether in mogoka, all the crops which are using Roundup. Mr. Speaker, they are affecting even the fishery, because there is scientific evidence that when you spray Roundup in the soil, when it rains, it finds its way into our rivers, it finds its way into our lakes, and even the fish farming is affected by this chemical. I think, Mr. Speaker, we cannot admit that report. I pray that the committee do a good job. The committee must be able to do a good job and prevent the people of the Republic of Kenya. The government of Kenya is using a lot of money in treatment of cancer. We have seen even the treatment of cancer has become a touristic activity, where many Kenyans are going to India and other countries in the hope of
You've
getting
made your
treated.
point.
Mr. Speaker, we take this matter very seriously. Thank you.
Women Rep Nairobi on the same issue. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute. Mr. Speaker, in the last Parliament, I was in the Health Committee, and Honourable Gladys, our Deputy Speaker, Gladys Cholet, came to actually talk to us about the dangers of of pesticides to our food and the continued use of them and how they impact our health. We are what we eat. We are eating to die, not to live, if we continue having these products in the market. I mean, you hear countries that have products that they discover are not good being recalled and being removed from all the shelves. It's such a shame that we're discussing this thing and the people who trade in these products have such impunity. I think this is not just the agriculture committee or ministry. This is health, this is agriculture, this is also economic trade. We cannot trade with harmful products in our country that continue to harm our people. So I think it's important that we have a multi-sectorial approach to this, and we ensure that we also do a lot of civic education so that the public out there knows that these products that they're using in their farms will not be able to actually help them in the long term. It actually could end up killing them and killing future generations, because once it's in the soil, we did a study at the Pan-African Parliament on soil management, and that's a model law that we're coming up with. You find that some of these products that we're putting in our soil will take generations for us to actually get our soil back to its standard. So I think it's important that we really take this seriously. We educate the public that these products really should be removed from the shelves. No one should buy them. And I really hope that the Gen Zs are listening, because really they're the young generation that are going to be eating these products as well. And if us, if most of the generation, the millennials right now in the fossils have already gotten cancer because of consuming contaminated foods, we don't want the Gen Zs and the next generation to actually follow suit. So it's important for us as government to really take this serious. Pesticides are killing us. They're eroding our soil, and now we are eating to die, not to live. So I really pray that we will have a solution that actually safeguards. And we should also be looking for compensation. Most of these companies are rich companies, and they've exploited Africa. These products are banned in other European countries. They are actually dumping them to us at low-cost prices. People are making astronomical profits. I really believe that heads should turn, and we should be begging for compensation for the people that have gotten cancer in our country because of consuming foods that have been grown with these products. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mama Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi niweze pia kuunga dada yangu Mheshimiwa GLADYS Sholei. Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa Spika, kina mama wengi wanaugua, na hata si kina mama, Kenya watu wengi sana wanaugua magonjwa ya saratani kwa sababu ya yale madawa ambayo yanatumiwa katika mashamba yetu Mheshimiwa Spika. Na sisi tusipokuwa makini Mheshimiwa Spika, hospitali zetu zitajaa kila siku wagonjwa wa kansa Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni dhahiri kuwa kuna watu wamejitokeza kwa kutaka kuweza kuvuna haraka haraka Mheshimiwa Spika, wanatumia madawa ambayo yanaingizwa hapa kinyume na sheria Mheshimiwa Spika, kuweza kunyunyizia mimea ndani ya mashamba Mheshimiwa Spika, na inakuwa inadhuru sana wananchi Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo mimi naomba, dada yangu Mheshimiwa Sholei amezungumza na ilikuwa mjadala tulivyoanza bunge, na kumbuka kileta. Naomba tuweze kumpa support, tuweze kuweka taifa ambalo litakuwa huru na maradhi ya kansa Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa kuweza kupigia pondo huu mjadala na kuhakikisha kuwa tunaweka sheria haya madawa yanayotolewa mataifa mengine yakiletwa hapa Kenya kuweza kunyunyizia mashamba yetu Mheshimiwa Spika, tuweze kuyapinga na kuweza kuyazuia Mheshimiwa Spika, na wale ambao wanaleta pia wachukuliwe hatua, waweze kufungwa Mheshimiwa Spika. Asante sana dadangu Sholei, umekumbuka kina mama wengi wanalia, hatujui nini ilikuwa inatuuma. Ukiingia ndani ya mabucha wakati mwingine unapata hata kuku anadungwa zile sindani zile. Kuku alikuwa mwembamba anafura Mheshimiwa Spika, mtu anaenjoy lakini hajui anakula kitu gani Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo mimi nakusupport na nasema mjadala na hiyo bili yako iweze kupita na iwe sheria. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Dr. Mutunga, you can hear the outrage. It clearly points. Take your seat, Dr. Mutunga, shortly. Dr. Mutunga, order, honorable members. Order. Order, members. Dr. Mutunga, go ahead. Give him the mic.
Honourable Speaker, I have heard my colleagues speak on this particular issue. And Honourable Speaker, when we got this request for statement from the Honourable Ruku, we forwarded the request to the ministry. We did not ask the ministry to come to us so that we may ask straight questions on the details. Honourable Speaker, according to this statement, the safety control is by the PCPB, Pest Control Products Board. And the Pest Control Products Board has got membership from the Ministry of Health, besides those who are engaged in checking out what comes